I think Goff's going to come out and have a very good game.
We know what he is. He's a safe quarterback. He's the check down artist.
The Eagles have weapons. The Eagles are not a team you want to open up the season against.
Look at what's around Jalen Hurts, just let alone. He's surrounded by, that's a Super Bowl roster.
Who's going to be able to contain him? Do you trust the speed of your linebackers to go after a Jalen Hurts if he gets out of the pocket?
But I'm talking right now at this very moment. At this very moment, I haven't seen it out of Jalen, but I think he can do it. We'll see.
Jared Goff, Jalen Hurts. Which quarterback do you prefer on Sunday? Which team has the advantage at the quarterback position going into Sunday?
I'm going to say, in terms of being able to make mistakes, potential mistakes, I would say it goes to Jalen Hurts because of that upside. You have the upside, you have the big playability, but there's also the downside. There's also the risk-taking. There's also the turnover ability. And I get Jared Goff has that, but Jared Goff, we know what he is. He's a safe quarterback. He's the check-down artist. I don't think he's going to put the Lions in bad positions on Sunday. So in terms of the quarterback advantage, in terms of skill set, I guess you lean Jalen Hurts, but in terms of just being solid and not putting your team in terrible situations, I would probably go with Jared Goff. But that doesn't matter. What matters is the roster that's around these quarterbacks. That's what matters. And Jalen Hurts has a better offense and defense. He's surrounded by, that's a Super Bowl roster. Let's be honest. Really. Look at what's around Jalen Hurts, just let alone. They have the advantage. They're going to come out Sunday. I think they're going to beat the Lions. I think it'll be close, though. I think the Lions will fight. But I don't see how the Lions, unless you can get Jalen Hurts to turn the ball over or make Jalen Hurts look like a shell of himself, I don't know how you could beat this team. I really don't. The Eagles defensively have little to no holes. And offensively, they have the best offensive line in football. Two wide receivers that are going to kill you on the outside. You have a good run game. You have Dallas Goedert, one of the best tight ends in the league. So I think the advantage would have to come to that defensive line for the Lions, getting to the quarterback, getting to Jalen Hurts, making him uncomfortable. And I think you could see the same for the Lions. If the Eagles can get to Jared Goff and make him uncomfortable, really it's whoever gets after who's quarterback. And I think the Lions will get after Jalen Hurts, but I do think just by running the football. You saw what the Eagles did last year. I think they were the best team at running the football, had the most yards in the NFL. So if they could run the football against the Lions, who defensively have a lot of unproven talent, they're going to smooth through a victory.
I want to focus on specific quarterback, right? Who has the advantage? I think it is Jalen Hurts. Going into Sunday, a porous run defense, a secondary that is not proven at all, A.J. Brown, Miles Sanders, Dallas Goedert. The Eagles have weapons. The Eagles are not a team you want to open up the season against. And let's be frank here. A lot of the national media, very, very well respected, writers, pundits, whatever you want to call them. The Eagles are a dark horse Super Bowl team to some. Yeah. I don't agree with it, but to some, they are. And you can kind of piece it together with that defense and that offense. Jalen Hurts will have the ability. Who's gonna be able to contain him? Do you trust the speed of your linebackers to go after a Jalen Hurts if he gets out of the pocket? And let's not forget, Jalen Hurts is a pass-first quarterback. Yes, he does move with his legs, but he can throw the football.
I think he's better with his legs. I really do.
Of course, it makes him more dynamic.
Right.
Of course, it makes him valuable. More valuable than he would be as just a passer, just like Lamar.
Right.
But I think the advantage going into Sunday would be for Jalen Hurts because of the run defense of Detroit, the unproven secondary, the addition of A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. They have a lot of weapons here. And if I were to trust who would put a better performance together,
be Jalen Hurts, because you're facing the Lions defense.
It would be on Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
But I do not forget, and I am not going to just completely brush aside the offseason, the preseason, the camp, the joint practices, the performances that this individual has stacked and stacked and stacked all summer long with Jared Goff.
Right.
More confident than ever, throwing a better ball than we've seen in probably a few years. I think Goff's going to come out and have a very good game. But the advantage, I think, is in Jalen Hurts' corner. The run defense is suspect. Unproven secondary. You have Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown on the outside. You got Dallas Goedert at tight end. Miles Sanders, Kenneth Gainwell. A pretty okay, I would say above average offensive line, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I think the advantage has to be for Jalen Hurts this week, even though I do believe the Eagles' defense is overrated to where the league has them. I see them more middle of the pack, slightly above middle of the pack. That's still very good, by the way. But I don't see them as a top 5, top 7 defense this year.
No, and if we're saying who has the advantage, clearly it's Jalen Hurts because he's on the better roster. I mean, that's obvious. And because of what he's facing with this Lions defense, can you contain Jalen? Can you stop the run? That's the question. Can you stop the run and make him kill you in the pocket? And I don't think the Lions are going to be able to do that. They haven't proven they can stop the run. Now, they might. I mean, Aleem McNeil, everyone's been talking about Aleem McNeil, and I really do believe he'll have a breakout season. But we have to see it. I have to see it. I can't sit here and say the Lions are going to do well against the run. They haven't. I'm going to stick with that. The Eagles have the best O-line, in my opinion, in the NFL. So Jalen Hurts has the advantage. You have a better offensive line. You have better receivers. You have a better, about equal, I think, tight end. And then you have a backfield like Miles Sanders, like you mentioned, Gainwell. So that's the problem is Jalen Hurts has all the advantages. So, of course, he's going to be more dangerous. It's harder to game plan for Jalen Hurts because of what he can do with his legs.
And he doesn't turn the ball over much. 9 interceptions last season.
But he had 16 passing touchdowns. For every 2 touchdowns.
Fair, but he ran for 10. I mean, if Jared Goff had the legs, I'm just putting it into context, right? If you're in the red zone, you're going to kind of use what makes you special too. He is a threat in the red zone with his legs. Can I say this and you tell me if I'm totally off or
okay. All right,
you
I
agree?
I got you.
Because I got to defend Jalen a little bit on this one.
Right.
Going into this season, if he throws 16 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, and rushes for 10, I think it's fair to be disappointed. But if I told you he throws for 23 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, runs for another 7 or 8, can anyone really complain with that? That's 23 touchdowns still.
No, you can't complain. I just think, 23, though, with these receivers.
I know you want him to take the next step.
With these receivers,
I know you want him
should
to take
be
the next
minimum
step.
25, 26. But I get what you're saying.
But that's not last year, right? So going into this season, I would agree with you.
Right.
That
Not
has to be
last
the
year, yeah.
expectation.
Right.
Last year, I think
Lamar threw, 27 2 years ago?
Yeah.
A year ago or whatever it was.
all
2
things
years ago.
given, 26 total touchdowns, 9 interceptions. That's a hell of a ratio.
Yeah, and he's a talent. He's uber talented. I don't want to say that either. I think he has upside, and he can get to that upside. But I'm talking right now at this very moment. At this very moment, I haven't seen it out of Jalen, but I think he can do it. We'll see. He's got a lot to prove.
Stopping the run's going to be key.
It is.